Hello and welcome to the review of the Strength Shop Riot flat bench with the extra firm pad upgrade. So to actually set up the bench itself, it doesn't take very long. It took me about 30 to 40 minutes, just a few nut and bolts. Very easy to assemble. So your width is extremely important for the bench. The bench length is completely fine. Pressing with it has been fantastic. It's felt great as well. And having the extra firm pad is so important as well. Because if you bench press while the pad's slippy, when you go to push back, if your legs will be setting up, it can pull you off a bit as well. And I've noticed a few times at the gyms I've went to in the past. Now it's only just me using this bench, so this will stay very firm for a very long time. It's only me using it. You go to a commercial gym, it's not just you who's using a bench. There's hundreds and thousands of people that have used that bench over time with their sweat, so that it'll begin slippery and slidey on the bench. So when you go set up, how I set up on my arms there, and you push back with your legs so I can arch, you get a good arch in my back. With this one, the extra firm one, if you've not used an extra firm bench, maybe the bench you use is quite slippery, this makes a ton of difference, because on a slippery bench you may have to put a few resistance bands around the bench, or even like a pad over it, or you can get these like non-slip t-shirts or shirts, I believe. I think they're selling these for like 40-50 quid, so that's a decent amount of money. With this bench, just wearing your average Under Armour t-shirt, average Nike t-shirt, a vest, all of it is very comfortable, and you won't be moving around trying to get tight because you're already tight because of how firm the pad is. So for at home, this will be perfect, and it'll stay firm for a very long time, because it's only you who's using it, and you may not sweat a lot, or you may actually clean up your sweat after you've been pressing on it, for example. So if you do that, it'll stay firm for a very long time. Personally, I don't really wipe the sweat off my bench, because it's only me that's using it. Yeah, hygiene, whatever, it's only me that's going to use it. It will stay firm for a long time, just because it's just me using it, not anyone else in the gym. So to mitigate this in the gym is to tie resistance bands, heavy ones, round the bench, or just put like a pad or something over it. That'll make the bench firm, so it's just easy to press with. You can get tight quicker as well. You're not having to like get set up, or I'm not quite tight yet, I have to do it again, which I've had to do a few times. It can get frustrating as well with this, no problem. Furthermore, this is probably as close as you can get to a competition standard bench. The width is the same as a competition, so if you do a powerlifting competition or meet-up or anything like that, a bench of this caliber and quality will be used. It's a very quality bench, it's a heavy bench as well. With this, when I'm doing cable rows, when I'm bending over to pull the bar, compared to my other one, the body power one, the bench, just because it's not as heavy and weighs as much, it's not as sturdy, it was leaning over, which was annoying. With this bench, when I'm doing any type of rows, it won't like fall over, like look at that, it's not coming over. It's only when so my feet can't, it's only when I put my hands, it'll tip over. So it's about 33 kilos, it's very heavy weight, and support up to 600 kilos, which is a hell of a lot of weight. So I don't know if you're pressing the world record or something, this bench will withstand it. It's a great bench, like I said, 200 pounds or whatever, 180 quid. It will sustain, it's worth the money, it's worth spending that extra money for quality rather than quantity. Yes, we always want to save money on our gym equipment, but I've been burnt too many times. I went through a lot of benches, probably like my 4th or 5th bench I'm on now, and this one's I'm going to keep for, unless there's like something catastrophic happens, it gets ripped loads or anything, I'll keep it forever. There's no point. It works. It's not giving me any problems thus far. I've only had for about 2 to 3 months. I've done a lot of pressing on it, and not just pressing as well. I've done rows on it, dumbbell rows, dumbbell pullovers on it as well. I've done other exercises, seated curls. It's good. It's versatile for that. It's only a flat bench, but if you're fortunate like me, you have bumper plates, big ones, 20 kg, you can put them up and do some incline pressing with them, and it feels great with it as well. With the rowing, you do dumbbell rows because it's all the same size, it's the same width and length all the way through. Whereas some benches it isn't when it gets to where the headrest goes, it goes in and thinner, like my body power one does. Just when you're doing rows, it'll stick out the bench like that. When you're doing rows, you need to be able to kind of hear. That's annoying. This bench solves that problem. Do I recommend this bench? Yeah, of course. £180. It's top quality. It's proper expensive material as well. It's not cheap, not crap. It's better than a lot of benches on the market. And yeah, I don't see why not to pay £180 for a quality bench that you're not gonna swap out in like 6 or 12 months because you need another one, because this one has a problem with it. This one won't. Especially with the extra firm pads, it is ridiculously firm. You're not gonna slip and slide around when you're benching. Your shoulders are gonna be on the bench, so they are contracted. Your setup's gonna be great on the bench. You don't have to muck around because it's slippery, or if it's not big enough you have to kind of wiggle your body like that. That gets annoying when you're not as tight. This you get tight, firm. It's fantastic to bench on. I think it's probably the best bench I've used. Now there's some other benches that I've used that are more expensive or higher quality, but this is at home, it's only me using it. No one else is going to be using it. It's only me, so it'll stay firm forever like I've said. And because it's only me using it, not as slippery, I've said that as well. And you just get used to this bench as well, whereas in the commercial gym you might not get the same bench every time you go there, unless you want to wait 30-40 minutes or however long till that person's finished a set. When another bench is free, you're just going to jump on the other bench. So you always get used to your equipment in your home gym, you just get used to using it. Whereas in the commercial gym, sometimes I'll get one barbell, another day a different barbell because someone else is using it. That's just how it goes in the commercial gym. Unfortunately, at home you can use all your equipment, you can buy whatever equipment you want. So now I'm very used to using a lot of my equipment, like my ATX bar. I think it's brilliant for my heavy lifts now, like squats and deadlifts. Took a while to get used to that bar, but now I'm very used to knurling, how it feels in my hands. So I definitely recommend to buy this bench. £180 of strength shop with the extra firm pads. It's worth it. Of course, the only drawback you have with this flat bench is that it is a flat bench and not an adjustable one. You can mitigate and do a few exercises with like bumper plates for like incline press, but of course you can't get the adjustable, so you can't do like Arnold presses, for example. That's the only drawback of a flat bench. Obviously it's not as like versatile, etc. But if you're not like doing those exercises, then just buy this. Or there is another bench I've been looking at, an adjustable one, a primal strength one, I believe, a foldable one. I quite like the look at that one and might invest in that one, because that's quite I think it's got near enough the same width as this bench and bigger than the body power adjustable one that I have. So that'll be better for maybe just doing like I said, Arnold presses or anything like that requires an incline or decline. I will probably buy that bench, but that won't be for a long time anyways. That stuff isn't in my program, I'm not really too bothered to fussed about it. Everything in my program right now can be done on the flat bench, and like I said, for the incline press you can just put sticks on bumper plates, and even seal rows as well, you can do that. I'm yet to try that obviously, but to set up a seal row you need to put the bench higher, and I don't have any like boxes, so all I could do is rubber plates for that. But that's the only drawback of the bench. Maybe in the future I'll buy a new adjustable bench to solve that problem, or buy an additional bench to go with this, which is adjustable, so you have the best of both worlds. You have a top quality flat bench and top quality adjustable bench. So thanks for watching this review, and I hope this video has helped you in your quest to buy a new bench for your home gym. Thanks for watching.